back to another episode of Reading. Today, we're reading the story, The Four Small Friends Topple a Big Enemy. In one moment, their happiest day had become their saddest day. The sparrow couple had been in the midst of celebrating their greatest joy, the birth of their first set of children. This had indeed been a momentous occasion, and they were dancing around from one tree to another celebrating their happiness. Suddenly, they heard an uproar. The ground began to quiver. Initially, they couldn't understand what was happening. The worried parents rushed to their nest to protect their newly laid eggs. Just as they reached there, they spotted the cause of the chaos. It was a mad elephant. The heat had upset it, and it wasn't coping well. Out of the sheer frustration, the elephant was on a rampage, destroying everything in its vicinity, trees included. Right in front of the aghast parents, the elephant broke down several trees and was rushing towards the tree which their nest was situated. The bewildered parents desperately tried to hold on to their eggs while the elephant was bulldozing the tree. The sparrows were tiny and the tree was massive. As the tree began to collapse, they had no option but to let go and fly off to save their own lives. The sparrows were heartbroken. The female sparrow wailed so loudly that the entire forest came to a standstill. Even the crazy elephant stood still for a moment, looking in her direction, only till the heat caught on and its madness took over once again. Hearing the pitiful cries of the female sparrow, a woodpecker, who was in the vicinity, was stirred. Flying up to her, the woodpecker said, "My dear sister sparrow, crying will not do you any good. Your children won't return if you cry. The will of destiny can never be changed." The sparrow spoke between her sobs. "I understand that very well. I am crying more because while the cruel elephant was wreaking havoc in my life, I could do nothing but watch helplessly. I may not be able to bring back my children, but I do want to avenge their death. Please help me." The woodpecker immediately directed her to a fly who was a friend. The fly introduced them to a frog who was a friend too. Soon, a team of 4 friends gathered to achieve a common goal. The wise frog explained to the others that although all 4 of them were individually small and helpless, together they could destroy the most powerful forces. All of them simply had to play their parts in a grand plan. In a few minutes, the fly was venturing out to find the mad elephant. Flying to his ears, the fly began harassing him with its buzzing. The elephant was initially not bothered about a tiny fly hovering around his ears, but when it got persistent and very close to his ears, the elephant got irritated. He tried to shoo it away by waving his earlobes and his trunk, but the fly was too persistent. In order to gather his patience, the elephant closed his eyes. As soon as his eyes shut, the woodpecker swooped into the head of the elephant and pierced the elephant's eyes with its sharp beak. The pain maddened the elephant. He began to run around helplessly, unable to see anything before him. The heat and the pain together caused unbearable thirst, so he looked for a source of water to quench his parched throat. Suddenly, he heard the croaking of a frog. Surely there must be a water body around, the elephant assumed, and confidently walked in the direction of the sound. When the elephant edged near, the frog stepped away, and the elephant walked into a deep, dark well that had no water. The elephant had suffered a lot inside the well with no help whatsoever. The 4 friends smiled, having accomplished their task. Though the sparrow's children would never come back, she felt justice had been served by punishing the culprit. She lost her eggs, but gained many friends. Lesson: the biggest of tasks becomes simplest of tasks if we work together. That's it for today. See you tomorrow.